The college football experience, Michigan Wolverines 2025 season preview episode. It's brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. Yes, that is TCE SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, everybody. Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Michigan Wolverines 2025 season preview. And I know it's weird. It's like you won the Natty a couple years ago, but in a way, you kind of won the Natty last year too, in a way. We'll talk about it. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button. Because the NCAA, look, right before this episode, I threw my cell phone in a pond. All right, just to get ready for this shit. Right, just to, I wanted to channel my inner Connor Stallions. So let's go. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. You could drop this guy off at the Arctic Circle wearing a pair of bikini underwear without his toothbrush, and tomorrow afternoon he's going to show up at your poolside with $1 million smile and a fistful of pesos.
Oh yeah, let's talk a little Big Blue. All right. Look, Michigan is great for college football. Cover your ears, Ohio State fans, because I know you snake bastards are listening to this episode too. All right?
They're here. They're for sure here.
Oh man, but if you cover college football like me from a bird's eye point of view, I love both. I think both are great for the sport. That's
they
not
are
what you
great for
hear.
the sport. They are great for the sport.
They are. And so is this man. He is a lifelong Michigan Wolverine fan. And I've spent many of drunken Vegas moments talking to this guy. And I feel like we could take a conversation about, hey, do you prefer Walgreens or CVS? And he's going to turn this thing to, Michigan's winning the national championship this year. Give it up for Cody Fraser. What's up, brother? And look, you've been on the college basketball experience before. Welcome to the college football experience. And how are you, brother?
I'm good, man. It's good to be here. I was right in 2023, by the way. I was right that year telling you that we were going to win it all. Yeah, it was a good year. Last year was a little down, but, the end of the year definitely numbed some of the pain from the regular season. So I'm excited. I told you before the show, I'm bullish, and I think it's going to be a good year. I really do.
There we go. I mean, isn't that the best time of year? I feel like I talked to a ULM fan. They're like, we can do it. We can get to the fucking playoffs. This is our year. All right.
Right.
We got rid of the athletic director. Now we just put our coach at athletic director. That's the way we should be doing shit. But yes,
you never hear bad things coming out of camp. Everyone's going 12-0 and making the natty.
it's the worst when I try to contact beat writers. Say, so who do you think? How's everyone looking at camp? I feel like 90% of them are to text are like, everyone's looking pretty good. This team's going to be great this year. Like, I don't even hit up my ECU guys anymore. They're just like, we had a coach named Scotty Montgomery for a few years that, like, I believe he was like a spy that was brought into the program to detonate the football program. And I mean, they were such a bad football team for like 3 or 4 years, and each year they're like, this is the year they turn that corner. And I'm like, I'm like, dude, they got like 160-pound defensive end. How the fuck's that's gonna happen? Anyway, you gotta love that about August and July is there's hope. All right, and look, Michigan. If you listen to the Sports Gambling Podcast, which I'm on, I was one to argue. There was a guy named Real Money Kramer that thought Jim Harbaugh should have been fired around COVID, and I was like, "You're crazy. You're fucking crazy, man." I like to think I've been proven right. And now he's got this thing, the NCAA sanctions. Before we dive into this, it is a hot topic. Personally, I haven't given a shit about this topic in a long time. Like, it's so damn redundant. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. The only part I did enjoy was the fact that I learned that Connor Stallions took his phone and threw it in a lake or a pond. And I was like, that's what I would do. Cause what do they get? Well, the NCAA can't get a subpoena, right? Anyway.
The 10-year show clause for Jim Harbaugh, man. I just don't understand it. He'd be 75 coming back into the NCAA. This whole thing was just a bickering contest between the NCAA and Jim Harbaugh. That's what it came down to. And Joel Klatt said it on his show. The more you know ball, the less that this whole thing matters. If you don't know a lot of ball, you can blow this out of proportion. And I know I'm a Michigan guy saying that, and I'm happy with what came down. I don't think we needed to vacate the title. I don't think it warranted vacating wins. I thought it was a little harsher than what I anticipated coming out of negotiations. The 25% reduction on in-home visits, I think that's going to be the worst part of it, honestly.
But they're appealing.
They are appealing.
So
we'll see. If the NCAA wants to take it to court and go to discovery, we'll see where that kind of goes, because then, litigation's a bitch. But in the end, I just think the NCAA is a toothless tiger. I just do.
This is where, and I know, shout out to the few people that I follow that have also covered this, but I had the same thought when I saw this, because I'm with you. This is I'm no Michigan fan either. Like, I just cover the sport nationally, but this was kind of a non-story to me. Right. And then I was like, okay, so he was, I feel like this happens a lot in the sport. Yeah. So
Kirby initially, after everything happened, Kirby Smart kind of came out, and it was just a quick question, one of his practice interviews. And he's like, I really don't care about it. People do it. Everyone said every coach has been asked about it besides James Franklin and Matt Rule and probably Ryan Day. Everyone does it. How this came, whoever leaked it to the NCAA, I think that's going to come out at some point. I think Michigan's been gun-ho about who did this and why. I think they've got a pretty good idea, but we'll let it all come to light at this point.
Yeah. So we'll see how the appeal goes. But to me, the only thing that pisses me off about this whole thing is now we got the green helmet technology shit, which drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I always thought, I am on the other side of this, and I'm definitely in the minority on this. I think you should have a team trying to do nonstop, decode this fucking message you're sending into your offensive coordinator, right? What do you?
They're holding up on the.
Yeah, I think you should be sitting there jotting down goddamn, what was he doing? Banana 4 R equals C. You know what I mean? What's going on here?
The way I look at it is I know it's kind of frowned upon, but in baseball, when people were the catcher was putting down the signs, if you could pick up the sequence of signs and relay it in, you'd probably get thrown out by Pedro Martinez back in the early 2000s, but there wasn't considered cheating. You know what I mean? If you're going to put your signs down, be smart enough or huddle in 23, 24, just huddle up.
Yeah.
And and there's no one's going to steal your signs when you're running in the plays.
So that's the thing I'm most mad about this whole thing was now we got the green dot bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you can talk,
going NFL route.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want that. That's the only thing where I'm now then I got mad. I enjoyed the Connor Stallions in a fake mustache or whatever the fuck on the side of the bench.
Now
right? That shit was
that gets kind of crazy when you dive into that. Jim McIntyre. Jim's like, I'm out of here. You ain't gonna question me about this.
And they're on the schedule this year. Wonder how that game happened. But
Good point. That's a good point.
But anyway, yeah. Look, I think it's a lot about nothing. We'll see how the appeal goes, and I mean, and Sherrone Moore's suspension is like what 2 this year, 1 next. What the fuck is that? This is the only thing that pisses me off is Akron can't go to a bowl game because of grades 2 years ago. 2 years ago, right?
Right.
Akron, the roster this year's got nothing to do with last year's. They brought in a shit ton of transfers, and they can't go to a bowl game. But
I get that.
But Michigan's involved with this, and it's just a classic Tarkanian quote all over again, man. Right?
Yeah, and
Kentucky got caught cheating, so what? Cleveland State will get a lifetime ban from the NCAA tournament. That's essentially what just happened. We just witnessed that happen right now.
It's like Michigan got to pick next year's game too. And we got to pick the two because we're not. It's the 3rd and 4th game this year. You know, he's not suspended against New Mexico and Oklahoma. It's Central Michigan and at Nebraska, which we'll kind of get into. I think that's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But then next year's week 1 in Germany, and I think.
What the fuck is that, by the way? I know we're supposed to be breaking down the roster right now. Hey, you Michigan. What the fuck is that? All right. What are we doing playing a
that game
Western Michigan?
Yeah.
Michigan
right down the road. We're
in
going
fucking Berlin. What a dumb game. What a dumb game. Like I
hate it.
Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'm sure we'll have a whole year to talk shit about that game. Yeah. Let's jump into it, man, because Sherrone Moore slideshow starting youtube.com/the college experience. Jump on over there. Yeah, I mean, look, Sherrone Moore, it was kind of a crazy season in a way because there was a strong part of the season where I was like, how the fuck did he go in with the quarterback situation like this? Like, how did he not know any better? They're Michigan. They got money. They got prestige. They could have got anybody. And I was like, so I was like on the fence. And then
complete malpractice last year in the quarterback.
Well, and then the way they end the season, I mean, I'm just like, oh, he knows what he's doing. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm the idiot. Where you at with Coach Moore?
I didn't love it at first. I'm not going to lie to you, but he's great. He has grown on me. You know, he's rolled with the punches. I think Jim kind of knew that he was gone after 23. And he kind of left the cupboard bare for Sherrone because he had JJ and he had Blake and he had, Donovan Edwards and that defense. I think Jim knew this was, all in or bust. And I'm not saying he left the cupboards empty for Sherrone, but they did not go after quarterbacks like they are now with Bryce coming in. We've got a top 10 guy coming in 26 and then another guy in 27. Jim Harbaugh didn't go after the quarterback room like that with JJ there. So I think a lot of Michigan fans have kind of given them a pass for last year. I think last year was the floor. So we expect a lot this year. We really do. Me especially. I expect Sherrone Moore to turn the ship around this year.
Yeah. I mean, the NCAA had a hard on for Harbaugh. He had to read the tea leaves a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he was the first guy to come out for the revenue sharing, and I think that really pissed off a lot of people inside the NCAA.
I mean, they just had it out for him, and like it doesn't matter. They could have pulled any coach in the country; they would have found something. But you know why I'm on board with Sherrone Moore?
Why? Because
he hired this guy,
Biff Poggi.
He is back in Michigan.
I love that guy.
All right, and look. If you bring that, like the whole reason why I left Los Angeles to go to North Carolina because I thought I was going to get season tickets to be able to interview Biff Poggi. Damn if I don't arrive here and then 6 weeks later he's gone.
Right.
Broke my heart.
Man, and a lot of people inside Schembecker Hall have high remarks for Biff Poggi. He's not really the conventional Michigan man per se, but a lot of people have really good things to say about him.
He's the man. He got a raw deal at Charlotte. Should have got another year.
He was turning it around.
I mean, to me, the wins weren't there, but the line of scrimmage play, I thought they were showing a lot of improvement. on the line of scrimmage. They should have gave him another year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's back with Michigan. What I think assistant head coach, right? I think that's one of his titles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sherrone Moore 9-5. One of those wins, I believe, was the Penn State game the year prior. So 8-5 last season.
Yeah.
The offense, you hired Chip Lindsey. I did not have that on the bingo card, to tell you the truth. Last year's offense, not very good, so I don't see how he could do worse. But look, 113th in scoring offense, 130th in pass offense, 73rd in rush offense, 129th in total offense. This is the bottom 5 worst offense in the country. There was 134 teams last year. But
The
Chip
only
Lindsey.
passing offense, the only people we were ahead of were the service academies.
Yeah.
That's bad.
You might as well run the triple. If you ran the triple, you would have won the national championship.
With
But
Alex Orge, I would have taken it.
Yeah, I guess you already got one in 23. You didn't want to win 2 in a row.
No.
But look, Chip Lindsey, I mean, where are you at with this hire? Because I was a bit surprised that, he comes in. I know he's been around a couple different spots lately, but I didn't see it coming. I'll say that.
I didn't either. On one side of the coin, I lived through the Speed and Space with Josh Gaddis for 2 or 3 years. And I mean, it didn't work. And on the other side, he did develop a guy named Drake May, who, ended up being pretty damn good. So I don't know where I'm at exactly. They're calling it the spread and smash. I think he is going to come out in a lot more 31 personnel, which in theory, because last year, I mean, there was 8 guys in the box and we're trying to run the ball. It doesn't really work. The USC game was a big prime example of that. They just stacked the box and dare you to throw it over the top, and then Khalil Mullins bust that big run. But I mean, Sherrone Moore has to hit here. In my opinion, I don't think that he's going to get the leash that Jim Harbaugh got. Jim Harbaugh was the golden boy at Michigan. I don't think Sherrone Moore is going to get that leash. So I think Chip Lindsey needs to come in and continue to run the ball and develop Bryce Underwood. If he does that, I think we're going to be really good. I think if Bryce Underwood's just a guy, I think we're good.
Yeah, let's get to that, because top recruit in the nation, Bryce Underwood, out of Detroit, but was committed to LSU. Brian Kelly and his family almost had a heart attack on his front porch. All right, when he as he was having a glass of sweet tea, right? He almost what happened? But Bryce Underwood, stays home essentially. Michigan pays up for him. I forget the name of the big booster that the irony was he was an Illinois grad, but his wife's a Michigan grad. What the hell's the booster's name?
Larry Ellison.
Yes, there we go.
Joe Ween is our savior.
There we go. Hey. Isn't that the beauty of covering this sport, though, football or basketball, anything college sports related? All it takes is one. I'm just waiting for Jeff Bezos to give the Lobos in New Mexico a shit ton of money, right?
They'll be natty contenders next year.
What did they do to piss him off, right? But Underwood, I mean, this is the one. I mean, I was trying to think about this, and I brought this up on another show a few months ago. How many freshmen really hit the ground running? Like, there's redshirt freshmen like Jameis Winston that went to the national championship.
Yeah.
But how many true freshmen really hit the ground running? I mean, there's a few.
There's not many that get put in the situation. Usually you kind of have a guy in the wings waiting for his time. But I mean, Trevor Lawrence sat behind what was his name?
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Or no, Kelly Bryant, right?
Kelly Bryant. And then he ended up taking over the job as a freshman.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of the name. That's the names that that Bryce gets thrown around in, is Trevor Lawrence, Vince Young, just guys like
Alex Orji.
No, not Alex.
No,
Orji.
I'm fucking with you, man.
Not Alex Orji. Best thing he did was when RG3 said there's an orgy in the end zone. That's his career highlight.
There you go, man. So Underwood, I mean, I'm fascinated. I think it makes this whole season just fascinating from the start for Michigan, because you also brought in some guys in the portal, which we'll talk about. But Yeah, Bryce Underwood, the man. I think everyone's going to be watching every move on campus, much like in an Arch Manning way. You only returned three starters on offense, with Marlon Klein at the tight end spot, and then Lincoln Crippen on the offensive line. They hit the portal, and you went out. One thing I noticed about the portal is you guys went out to the best universities and brought in like football pedigree universities, Alabama, I think Georgia, Clemson,
yeah,
and of course East Carolina, because you brought in Jake Garcia.
That's right.
I mean, sorry, folks.
There it is.
I like that. You guys take our leftovers. Appreciate that. But look, Mikey Keene, I am a Mikey Keene fan. I actually got to interview him at Mountain West Media Days a year ago or 2 years ago, one of the two.
Yeah.
I do think that was a nice sneaky get, because if Underwood does struggle, I think Keene is actually really good, pretty good. And Jake Garcia, I mean, this was I think he was a 4-star. And this dude's been everywhere. Patty C watched his high school highlights. It was like texting me about this guy in like 2018 or 2019. He's like, dude, Jake Garcia. Miami recruits him. He's there for a couple of years. Doesn't work out. He goes to Mizzou. Doesn't work out at Mizzou. He goes to ECU. It doesn't work out at ECU, but he finds it at Michigan. So, hey, I understand you guys needed our backups. It's okay.
We do. We need all the help we can get in the quarterback room.
And you guys beat us 30-3 the year ago or 2 years ago. The year you won the Natty, right? Yeah. We like to think we gave you the bump.
Gave us the little kick we needed.
Yeah, and next time do it home and have some cojones, all right?
I'd love to come to East
Let's
Carolina.
go. Have some fucking cojones, all right? We came up there to your goddamn Upper Peninsula shit. You know what I mean? Your little Ann Arbor thing, right? Look, no, honestly, I like the Mikey Keene get a lot. Justice Haynes comes in at the running back spot from Alabama. CJ Hester from UMass. When you bring in a Princeton running back, you have my attention. John Volker from the Princeton Tigers. Okay. Donovan McCulley from Indiana and Kurt Signetti. Okay, I want to highlight this one here. I actually think this one could be sneaky good. Anthony Simpson was the guy that was at Arizona. And when he transferred from Arizona to UMass, I drafted him, I believe, on my fantasy team late. Now, he was a little bit spotty. Certain games he would, but man, yeah. But I'll tell you this: that dude's an athlete, and to me, like he can break some big plays wide open. So I think that could be a sneaky get, because I think you're looking for that on offenses, like from the receivers. Who can turn into a big play threat? I think Anthony Simpson might be able to be that guy. I know it's a step up in competition playing from UMass, but at Arizona, I thought he popped a little bit, to tell you the truth. Brady Norton, an offensive lineman from Cal Poly. There you go. And then now you're going for some championship pedigree, bringing in Lawrence Attar from Ferris State. I'm a huge Ferris State football fan, so you didn't know that about me, buddy. I watch almost every Ferris State football game there is.
I did not know that.
Dude, a couple years ago they won the Natty. I was fascinated by them because they took a grad transfer from Johns Hopkins, right?
Yeah.
But he was a lacrosse player that hadn't played football since high school, right?
Uh-huh.
So they're like, "Oh, you're going to be our quarterback," and they would call quarterback power like every fucking play, right? And they won a Natty. They won a Natty doing it.
The Tim Tebow. The Tim Tebow.
I was fascinated by it. I was like, I gotta watch this. But they're a physical football team. I actually think that get might even work out, man.
Yeah. I think Hatter is there's a 4-way competition for, I think it's left guard, but it might be right guard. Either way, there's like a 4-way tie for left guard, and I think he's in the mix. CJ Hester has left the team already. A couple weeks ago.
Well, what happened?
He just said he was out. I think he saw the writing on the wall that
he's like, "You got this Princeton private school pussy in front of me."
I am Justice Haynes from Bama. And Mikey Keene hasn't played a snap since fall. something's going on with his arm. I think that's why we brought in Jake Garcia.
That's what I was wondering. Is because I know he got injured at Fresno, but
and then
then I am concerned though. If you're wheeling out Jake Garcia, my problem with Jake Garcia is he does have some raw skills, but he plays a little drunk sometimes, man. Like he'll throw some passes. You're like, what are you doing? So
it's cover 2 and you're throwing it to the safety.
Yeah, I'm like, he's about to run out of bounds. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to throw this ball up. It's like, but you're already like a half step you're almost out of bounds in a tenth of a second. You're out of bounds. But now let me just try to throw this thing cross field, cross body. But you see occasionally on some passes, you see what made him a 4-star where you're like, whoa. Hey, who's that?
He's got a gun. I mean, I've watched a little ECU ball, and he does have a gun, but like you said, some decision making ain't great. I will also say Donovan McCulley is coming out. I mean, I don't have any insiders, but from what I read, Donovan McCulley is the guy this year. They let him wear number 1. They gave him the Braylon Edwards number 1. Like, I guess he's taken over the leadership role in that room. Samaj Morgan, another guy that's supposed to pop, but from what I understand, Donovan McCulley is the guy in that room.
Gave him the number 1. See, I'm old enough. I remember Greg McMurtry used to wear number 1. New England Patriots wideout. You weren't even alive then, probably.
I don't know that.
YouTube's out there for a reason, right? All right.
You had to spell that for me.
All I do is just watch old shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't watch the NFL on Sundays. You're bored as shit.
I'm stuck in 92 like it's a fucking museum. All right.
Just
right. But anyway. All right. We'll talk about the defense, but before we do that, I want to let the good people know that the college football experience, Michigan Wolverines season preview, is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including all the summer sports. MLB, been betting the hell out of that. I had a rough past 2 days on CFL, but it finally came through with the BC Lions tonight. I had one of the worst beats of my life on Thursday, dude. Unbelievable. Like one that I honestly, like, it bothered me like throughout the next 24 hours. Like, if I was doing other shit, like I was mowing the lawn and I was just like,
into your mind.
Yeah, just like, what the fuck? How did I lose that game, dude? Right? I went to my uncle came down, so we were all like out to eat, and he's like, "What are you thinking about, man?" And he's like, "You don't seem like you're here." Nah, just nothing. These fucking Bombers. These Winnipeg Blue Bombers blew a 14-point lead with 2 minutes left. Dude. I was laying 3.5. He's not a sports guy, so But anyway, the summer sports, bet them all. I even bet on dildo color, but I'm 0 for 2 on dildo colors entering the court in the WNBA games. Golf, tennis, racing, horse racing. You ever done the racing with like the fucking carriages with the horse? No. You know what I mean? What's that called again? I've done it before. Yeah, something like that. You bet those things, man. I never made any money in that too. But there's college football futures, and I made a ton of money on that. All right, MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well, even outside of the states. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. But when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Yes. Look, Rhythm's college football models just dropped. All right. They're back. Last season, their predictive models, posted a 21.47% ROI on non-conference spreads, 22.47% ROI on in-conference money lines. Whew. And they killed it on FCS totals. Look, and week 0 and week 1, Rhythm's house model went 16-4 ATS, 11.6 units gained, and a 52% ROI. What are you doing? Go to the app. Go to the app right now and make sure your model, make your own model, because the predictions are live. They're all there for you. But also get your free 7-day trial period. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. Love the conversation in the chat right now. Huge hieroglyphics fan. And I have a hat somewhere around here, a Hyro hat. But shout out to Oakland, California. Now, let's talk. First off, I mean, I'm just making the assumption you think like normally the rhythm of the show normally is, you take. Will they be better than 129th? Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope so.
If they're not, you asked me how I felt about Sherrone more earlier. That opinion will change drastically.
Yeah. Now let me ask, is there a world where he actually gets fired if they like this season, if things just go downhill? Like they'll give him a third year, right?
I think you have to give him a third year, especially with the whirlwind that we've kind of went through with him. And like I said last year, kind of handicapped him with the quarterback room. I don't think anyone expected them to be as bad as they were, but we all saw it. It was terrible. So he gets his guy. The hesitation would be Bryce Underwood leaves. And I think for better or worse, he's tied to Sherrone Moore, and Sherrone Moore's tied to him at this point, and Chip Lindsey. So I think he's got, unless the wheels fall off and Bryce leaves anyway, then I think he could be in trouble.
I just remember like Ron Pallas or Dan Kendra or who's the dude at Miami? Brock Berlin. These guys were all like 5 stars that just, they weren't terrible, but they weren't, well, Kendra might've been, but they just never really got to that point where you thought this is a great college quarterback.
Yeah.
So that I wonder if that's the flip side of that is like, just because you're a 5-star doesn't mean you're incredible. We've seen that. Chris Ricks, another one.
Have you watched tape on Bryce any, like, at all?
I have, and I was super impressed. But I mean,
it just looks like a.
Yeah,
I think that's going to end up hurting him this year. Is we don't have anyone behind. I mean, Jake Garcia, but I think it's going to limit because he's mobile. He's a true dual threat kid. He's 6'4", 220. I mean, the kid's just fit. I mean, he might be 230 right now, but I don't think they're going to let him run as much as he wants to do. It's kind of like the JJ McCarthy thing. I don't think they want. They didn't let JJ McCarthy run his first year or two. So they're going to try and protect him, and I think he's going to have that in the back of his mind that he needs to hang in the pocket. And, I mean, I've seen him sling it, but like week 2 in Norman, Venable's defense is not going to make it easy on you to throw the ball. So we'll see how it goes.
And that's something that high school just doesn't have, in my opinion, sometimes. Like, I mean, very rarely do you have environments like fucking Norman, Oklahoma or something like that.
Right. Right.
I'm with you though. I think the offense will take a big step forward. I'm with the chat, Carlton in the chat saying they're going to get out of the 100s. They got to. All right. Yeah. Now, defensively, this is where they've been fucking awesome for a while now. 19th in scoring defense, 63rd in pass defense, 5th in rush defense, 10th in total defense. Wink Martindale doing a hell of a good job after he took over for what's his name or left for the Ravens.
Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
And Steve and Jesse Mentor.
Yeah. No, I mean, the thing would be now, production left. I mean, how many players were drafted off that defense this past year?
A lot.
That's what I'm saying.
And they were, 3 in the top, 12? 15?
Yeah. Now, at the same time, I was surprised when I saw this many returning starters making the slides. I was like, wow. I was like, damn, I could have swore on draft day when I was watching the draft. I was like, I felt like maybe some of your backups got drafted because it felt like a lot of Michigan players got drafted. So they're returning Derek Moore at the DN spot, Halsman, Barham at the linebacker spot, secondary, a lot of production back, Barry, Hill, and Moore. And your kicker is back as well in case it's a close game. Right. Now they went out to the portal and they brought in some guys, of course, from there's no you couldn't get one of our bastards this time. All right. You went to ECU and door was shut.
Left your secondary alone.
That was our Golden Corral money coming through. Right. People don't realize Golden Corral, the fine dining establishment known as Golden Corral, created by an East Carolina Pirate. One phone call, all you can eat for free. Anytime. All right. Look, Damon Payne comes in at the D-line spot from Alabama. Trey Williams from Clemson. Linebacker Troy Bowles, I know that name. Coming in from Georgia. Pop says hello, former Temple Owl. Linebacker Rocco Melia from Columbia. What is this Ivy League shit? You guys get an Ivy League guy? Is this just to help like the grade point average? What's going on here? Cornerback Caleb Anderson from Louisiana Lafayette, and then the Metcalfs from Arkansas at the safety spot. How do you feel about the defense going into the season? And Beanick, he didn't hit me up. Beanick could have been on the show, but look, I'm not. Here's how it works. I don't chase. All right.
He don't. He does not chase at all.
That's what I'm saying. If they hit me, you guys hit me up, and I say, hey, oh yeah, sure, we can make that work. Right. But you're not going to find me in the middle of the night. I'm busy as shit. Doing 136 fucking previews and building the slides. I accidentally made the mistake of building the slides because then I didn't realize how much work that puts into my whole goddamn summer. So then I'm like, oh man, why did I do that? Why did I do that to myself? So, Beanick's our guy. We love Beanick, but don't expect me to be fucking, ding dong ditching his fucking house over here. You know what I mean? Like
going and finding him in the LeBaron.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to the great Noah Beanick, though. How do you feel about the defense, though, man?
I told you pre-episode, this is why I think that this team has the ceiling and the floor that it does, especially the floor. I don't think this defense lets you fall very far, just like last year. I think Wink kind of struggled with his exotic looks early last year coming from the NFL. I think he dumbed it down middle to late season, and I think you saw the defense kind of take a turn when they didn't have to process as much and they could just read and react and go get the ball. I think it especially helped the secondary. I think Jair Hill is going to have a big year. I told you, Ohio State and Alabama tried to pick on Zeke Berry on the other side of Jair Hill. That didn't work out for him. So I think PJ Metcalf's going to play nickel. I think Rod Moore's going to be healthy enough to return and come back to be our free safety. I'm bullish, man. I think both linebackers are good. I think Derek Moore could be one of the top 3 DNs in the country. Damon Payne's a former 5-star. The Williams kid from Clemson is a stud. I think we got 10 defensive linemen that are north of 300 pounds. I mean, it's just going to be a rotation, and that's what you heard about the Alabama and Georgia defenses back in the day. So I'm bullish, man. I'm really bullish.
Well, I will say this. I mean, I've always believed you guys don't cook the books. Like sometimes you get some of the Big Ten teams where you're just like, I got no idea. You play enough Big Ten teams, there's a bunch of shitty quarterback play. You know what I mean? Like you're playing Arthur Kalamanakis or whatever, and I'm like, or what was that fat ass dude for Iowa, Deacon Hill, right?
Yeah.
I loved his game, by the way, at Iowa. It was fantastic. I had to watch every pass. He was like Jared Lorenzen without talent. May Lorenzen rest in peace. Yeah, I mean, this is one where you just always trust that the defense. I mean, how about that bowl game, man? You guys look great in the bowl game. You look great against Ohio State. Yeah.
I think at Michigan you have to be. If you don't play defense against Ohio State, you're not. I mean, they hung 63 points on us in 2018 or 2019. I mean, if you don't play defense Thanksgiving weekend, you're going to get your doors blown off, and I think we've hung our hat on that for a while now.
Yeah, Jared Green in the chat saying, "Wow, he's
this guy."
Yeah, right. Shout out to the great Jared Green. All right. Well, yeah, I'm with you. I actually think the defense will be. Here's the thing: this is what's scary. These numbers are scary considering the offense couldn't get a first down many games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
if I'm the defense last year, I was a little pissed. Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. Like,
you actually probably should have won a national championship last year. The more I think about it, I'm like, if these are your defensive numbers and you were on the field like 90% of the game, how the fuck? All you needed was just a little bit of offense.
Like you said, if we would have ran the veer, we might have stayed on the field longer instead of trying to drop back with Davis Warren. I mean, last year that defense was so good. I mean, there's 3 first-round picks in the top 12 picks of the draft. But
does it feel like you wasted a year in a way?
Yeah. It feels like you were a quarterback away from at least making the playoffs. I mean, then you let the chips fall where they may. I don't know if anyone was beating that Ohio State team, but I think we were Notre Dame-esque last year. You know, Riley Leonard's not a world beater, but he's competent enough to play good defense and get you through a game. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
Tell me or you would have been all right behind that offense.
Yeah, I just would have tucked it and ran and got destroyed every play. I got a strong arm. I got a strong arm, but guess what? You're never gonna see it. Because it's not strong. I think the defense will be more the same. I mean, you almost expect a little bit of regression with, like you said, 3 first-round draft picks gone, but
right.
I still think it's a top 20 defense.
I mean, Rayshawn Benny's, again, the transfers, and then Rayshawn Benny, he's been in the rotation for 3 years. This is supposed to be his big year. The 2 linebackers have been there. I mean, this is Barnum's 2nd year, Hausman's 3rd year. I mean, I just think Dom Nichols, and see, there's sophomores that we're not even talking about, like Eno Etta. I think they've got some kids out there that are going to fill in. It's going to be like the 22 and 23 teams where you've got your seniors and your juniors, and then you can supplement the young talent instead of expecting young talent to come in and be your defense. So
yeah, gotcha. All right. Well, look, we do a thing called State of the Program. We talk about the fan base. We talk about the NCAA sanctions. No, I'm joking. But we also talk about the stadium. And you guys play at the Big House, which is a college football,
that's right,
masterpiece to a certain extent. Now, I know I'm on record.
You hate it.
No, not hating it. I like it, but I'm saying I'm on record saying that I prefer the horseshoe, and that is true. I think remove the teams, the structure. I prefer the horseshoe, but that does not mean don't look too far into that. I don't want to open up my mail and get a goddamn explosive, right? Like, all I'm saying is
Michigan fans call it the toilet bowl. It looks like a toilet bowl. So I'm just
but I love the Big House too. As someone that covers the sport, from a bird's eye view, I would say that both stadiums are awesome and they're great for the sport. The Big House here, look at this thing, youtube.com/the college experience. Get on out to a game. All right. I mean, look, a lot of classic games. Look at this shit, man.
That's old school right there.
Oh yeah. Well, Fielding Yost had this shit all planned out, man. I've watched too many documentaries on college football stadiums. But
you were on that other show that you guys did.
Yes, Stadium Heads. Check out Stadium Heads. Those are evergreen episodes. Go check that out. But it's a fantastic stadium. I had a lot of great memories. Remember that UVA? I don't know how old you are, so but the UVA Monty Toomer, or was that Mercury Hayes? Who was that? I think it was a Monty Toomer. In the corner of the end zone, final play of the game. I think it was Scott Dreisbach, if memory serves me, or maybe it was Greasy. But you got unfortunately you got the Colorado Hail Mary with Cordell Stewart. You got the App State game. I mean, a lot of great.
Yeah. A lot of good memories and bad memories in the Big House.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it goes both ways, but there's been a lot of great games. The Ohio State game a couple years ago in the snow. Just a lot of fantastic football games have happened in that stadium. So you got to love it from that. And just the fact it's been a major part of history. How many great players have come through there. Love the fact they haven't changed it after, my opinion on the Ford Field bullshit. Yeah, I think this is a gem. I'm still giving it a 10 of 10. Don't act like I'm fucking hating. I sign online, and before we go live, he's like, "You hate the stadium. You hate Michigan." I was like, "No, what? What are you talking about?"
Part of that was because I knew that you were very high on Ohio. I think you did say that it's your favorite stadium, if memory serves me right, from that episode.
Ohio State's?
Ohio State's, yes.
No, Sun Bowl would be my favorite. But it's Ohio State's is my favorite. Probably not in the new Big Ten, because you guys got like 7,000 teams in the new Big Ten. The old Big Ten, Ohio State Stadium was my favorite stadium. But
who's your favorite stadium now?
I would say in the Big Ten it would be the Rose Bowl. Even though I got kicked, even though I'm on a list, and I can't
go back.
Allegedly, I can't go back there because I cheered too loud.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I might have done about 10 Jaeger bombs in the parking lot, but
there we go.
But the real story, honestly, man, I left peacefully, right? But you know, I just so UCLA was playing LSU, and I had UCLA money line. And you show up, you knew LSU was going to roll deep. So living in LA would get frustrating. So I was like, you know what? We got to be the UCLA fans, even though I'm not a UCLA fan.
We're showing
we got to represent hard. All of us had the money line. Like our whole crew of like 10 people had the money line.
Yeah.
So it's like, we have to be intimidating for the LSU people, right? Because you know they're rolling out too. We can't turn this into a fucking home game for them.
They're not intimidated easy either.
Well, I basically did like mid ECU level fandom, and it got me kicked out. I mean, I was definitely drunk. I was definitely they have the old school bleachers, you know, like not like a seat, but like bleachers.
Yeah.
So I was standing up and I was, pounding my foot on the bleachers, and that pissed off all the UCLA fans, and they got me kicked out. I mean, I was definitely saying some shit too, like nothing vulgar, but just I was saying how much you pay for this team LSU, like SEC, shit like that. A lot of fun, but it got me kicked out. They put me on a list, told me I should never come back, but I went back. I did get in there.
Crazier shit that's going on in Death Valley that people have not been kicked out for than you doing that at the Rose.
I've been to Death Valley, dude. Death Valley is crazy. Man, dude. Like you get people just passed out when you're walking into the stadium. You pass like six or seven different bodies that have been passed out.
Before you get to the gate.
But the Rose Bowl still, like, even though the security and fandom for a UCLA game is pretty terrible, it's a beautiful stadium, man. You got to go. It's like bucket list shit. They should. Herb Street always says they should play the national championship there. I'm actually on board with that.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, if they were going to just choose one location, I think I would be of the opinion of like, okay. Even though I know it favors the West Coast teams there. If they play, they would be a home game.
Yeah.
I just think that stadium's so awesome that it's worth it. But anyway, Michigan Stadium, youtube.com/the college experience. It's phenomenal. What do you give this thing 1 to 10? I know you're biased, but just give me your rating for the show's sake, right?
An 11. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have you been there, right?
Probably 5-6 times. Dad used to take me every couple 30. The last time I was there is when our national championship season. I drove up from here with the wife to go watch them beat the shit out of Sparty. So, yeah, but definitely went. The tailgating scene's actually pretty good, better than I thought. But yeah, stadium's awesome, gorgeous. Love the people, love the fans. Go Blue.
Let's go. Shout out to Jared giving us $10, huh?
Attaboy.
The Illinois Indiana ticket fund. We got to talk off air, man. I appreciate this. And shout out to Big Kev saying, come to the big house. I'll make it a point to come up there at some point. Big Kev, appreciate you.
I'll go with you to that.
Yeah. And as Clark says, as long as it's outside. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty fucking simple. Football is always supposed to be outdoors. You're fucking Silver Dome, Ford Field bullshit. That's when the day they wheeled out the Silver Dome is the day the Detroit Lions died. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. How many championships since then, by the way? The curse of Bobby Lane is real. That ain't the curse of Bobby Lane. It's the curse of playing football like just the way it should be played. Anyway, great stadium though. It does look great. Look at that shit back in the day, dude. Looks like a goddamn UFO or some shit landed there, right? I mean, you got to give it to Fielding Yost. I'm telling you, I watched this documentary. I didn't watch it right before the show, so I'm somewhat talking out of my ass. But I believe he saw like the blueprint of what was it Illinois was doing, and was like, we're gonna make it even bigger than what Illinois is doing, and like just classic capitalism shit of like, you know what, they're over there doing it, we're gonna make it bigger here. But to have that foresight in the future of saying like, he goes, yeah, all these people, he wanted to make it actually bigger than what it actually
Just started
settled
building
as.
straight up.
Dude, he wanted that shit. I forget the number. He wanted it like 150,000. You're like, what are you doing, dude?
We gotta stop.
So we haven't even figured out the wheel yet, dude. What the fuck's going on, man? Yeah,
Hey,
phenomenal
that point
stuff.
per minute offense would have been great. I mean, he wanted 150,000 people to watch that point per minute offense.
Yeah. And
Look
look,
at that scoreboard.
that's the first ever electronic scoreboard.
I did not know that.
I'm hitting you guys with knowledge. So you just think I'm a drunken idiot, right? But I'm
That's
hitting you with knowledge. That is the first ever electronic scoreboard in the history of sport, right there.
I did not know that, and I've been a Michigan fan all my life.
There you go.
What year? You know what year that is?
I knew it earlier because I put the slides together last night. I'd be lying now if I told you exactly the year, but it was a long time ago. I'll tell you that. Do some research on that. Yeah. Check that out. Anyway, get out to a game. I don't care where you're at. That's the big house. Look at this shit, man. Look at that stadium. That thing's beautiful, man. State of the program. Look, the NCAA just came down on you, so I know you just won a natty, but
right.
The NCAA came down on you a little bit. You don't know about your coach. You throwing all your hope into a 17, 18-year-old quarterback. I'm gonna dock you a point. 9 of 10.
I think that's fair. I think 10 out of 10 is reserved for you're coming off your a national championship run, or you just hired a coach that you're high on. But things are still good in Ann Arbor. So like I told you, especially after last year, I think we've kind of chalked it up as a one-off, and the keys have been given to Bryce Underwood, and everyone's pretty hyped about it. That 9 could take a dip real quick, though. I'll just say that.
It could. All right, folks, before we get to the schedule, I want to let you know that the college football experience is brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Yes, the world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, Circa Grandissimo, with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You cannot call yourself a true DJ if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with the SGPN crew at the Circa contest, next weekend? All right, next weekend. And guess what? Myself, Moneyline Mac, the college football experience, will be doing live shows from Circa in downtown Las Vegas. I mean, we're going deep. You're not going to know what the fuck. We're going deep. We would be analyzing games. You're like, who the fuck is Tarleton State? Right? You're not going to have any idea, but we're covering every single week 0 game there is on the slate. If there's a game of football going on by just some strangers picking up in the park, let us know. We will handicap that thing. August 21st to August 23rd. All right. Amazing weekend, live shows. I mean, open bars. What else do you want? Oh, okay. We can get you 15% off your hotel stay. Yeah. Over at Circa with the promo code SGP15. You're welcome. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use your promo code, our promo code SGP, to get you $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million in first place. No waiver wire. There's no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. So get on over to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code, our promo code, TCESGPN. And get this, they got a new deal. Underdog's got a brand new offer for you. New customers play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up. Promo code TCESGPN. I love that part of like that segment of like of that commercial. It's like, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play. No waiver wire. It reminds me of a time in the mid '90s where one of my good friends was drafting from a this is pre-cell phone. Yeah. He was at the bus station using the payphone, trying to draft. He was, and it almost ruined the whole fucking league because he tried to draft Jeff Blake, the former East Carolina quarterback that played for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he was fired that year. He was absolute fire that year. He had but he was trying to draft it from the fucking, and like you put a quarter and you only had a certain amount of time. So he's sitting there like waiting for the pick to come to him. And then he says Jeff Blake as like the cutoff on the time limit goes, right? Because you only put the quarter in. So from I was where they were drafting, no one heard him say Jeff Blake. He said he heard Jeff Blake. then he's dead. We don't know how to get. It wasn't. You didn't have that number to call back. So the whole league almost got detonated, all because So best ball is the best way to do this now. Best.
Did he end up getting Jeff Blake?
We gave it to him. We honored it to him. But there was a lot of drama, man, because his team. It was pretty well because Blake was a fucking beast that year. He made the Pro Bowl. But some of the other guys in the league that we didn't know as much were like they thought we were doing shady operations here.
Why
do you got a guy making a draft from the fucking bus station, right? Well, hey, sometimes people in life don't have as much money as you with your fucking car driving by. All right. Anyway, let's get to the schedule. Week 1. I've already bet this game.
Here we go.
What if I told you New Mexico's getting 38.5 points?
I'd tell you Michigan doesn't cover big numbers all that often.
What if I told you I got 39.5 points and I took these Lobos, but Michigan definitely will win this game
by 35? Yeah, give me Michigan.
New Mexico has, like, if you haven't followed it, they have like they basically, so they hired Jason Eck, the head coach of Idaho in the FCS. He's a former Wisconsin offensive lineman, played under Barry Alvarez. Mm-hmm. And he brought in like an FCS all-star team. He brought like the starting running back from Montana State that was all Big Sky. His quarterback was at Idaho, was a beast. His wide receiver. You got a couple guys from Weber State, a couple guys from like. I'm telling you, like it's a fucking FCS all-star team. So I think they can actually, like, they're not going to stand a chance in this game. But I'm just saying, they're going to make a bowl. I think no one's got that on the radar. That they got some guys that are hungry. But want to know? I did bet it. I took the points just because I think if Bryce Underwood,
them going to a bowl.
Oh yeah, well if you could find that, I just took the over. If you could find exact wins, which is I should probably check out exact wins for like 6-6 or 7-5 or something.
Yeah.
But Michigan 1-0. Then here we go.
This game. Here we go.
Moneyline Mateer. Well, we're trying to get. Moneyline Matt couldn't make the show tonight, and I would love if the NCAA comes down on Moneyline Mateer for his Venmo transactions. I would love to have we could replace Moneyline Mac with Moneyline Mateer. All right.
Do you think he's going to get in trouble for that? I've been wanting to ask you this, but I know you're busy. Do you think anything comes of the Venmo transactions before the season?
If they look into it now, I guess the problem would be this. If I don't believe his bullshit excuse, I don't either. But at the same time, from my experiences with Venmo, short of one time at a taco stand in LA where I didn't have cash, I don't think I've ever Venmoed a stranger. You know what I mean? Like I normally Venmo my friends. Yep. So my point is if it's his boy and they investigate so that money is going to go somewhere, right? They're going to follow, the NCAA would follow where that money went. And if it's to your one of your friends, or I mean, I guess it could be your bookie, but either way, he's not going to rat it out. You know what I mean? So I think it might be a dead end, and I think he might be okay. But should they investigate? 100%. Will they? Who knows? Because Oklahoma's a blue blood. If it was Tulsa, that guy would be kicked out of school already.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I saw that break, and I was trying to look into it, and I don't know. But I mean. He says it's an inside joke, but that's real. That's kind of a shitty inside.
He's full of shit too. USC and UCLA happened to play that day too. Stop. Yeah, but at the same time, come on, it's like fucking probably $20, $50. I mean, this is before he was paid. This is when he was like the third string quarterback. This is before I can't see.
Washington State.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this, and this is a few years ago. This is this is before the players were being paid. Let me tell you. I've been a guest at the University of Washington State when Mike Leach was there. They were never paying players. I know this. All right. I feel pretty solid with saying that. So I think he's going to play. Now they are one of the more like unpredictable teams of this year. I will say that because if you look at Mateer, I was a big fan of his last year, but man, when he played good competition, he really fucking struggled.
Yeah. I was going through the game log today and the Texas Tech game through the air, he struggled, but then he put up like 150 yards on the ground. That's what makes me nervous in this game is Michigan's good at containing traditional run and you through the air for the most part. what's given us problem. I mean, you saw it with the Washington game last year. That backup quarterback that's starting this year,
Damon Williams, he's a
Damon
beast.
Williams.
Yeah.
He's going to play all year this year, and it's the rollout, the secondary plays outside of the play outside of the play that can give us problems. That's what scares me in this game.
I have a pretty simple handicap on this. Now, I know Sherrone more. This is a personal game for him. He played at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But I just can't take, and this isn't even a Michigan thing. I just can't take a freshman quarterback to win at one of the better college football environments until I see it. Like I've watched enough college football my whole life where, like, if you're telling me a freshman's going into one of the, like, a very lit environment, I have my questions of, like, the guy's gonna turn the ball over. Like, I don't care how good you are too. Like, I've seen so many good freshman quarterbacks fail at that first road trip or the second road trip. So I don't feel good about it though, because I'm not, like Max, I think, more in love with Oklahoma than me. Oklahoma's a team that I know the defense is going to be nasty, but the offense, I don't know. But I think I just have to right now say I would take Oklahoma by a field goal. But yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence in this one.
I think you're right on the field goal either way. Like I told you before the episode, I think it's 1st to 20, and I feel good about that. Zavada is going to have to go in there. Kicking in an environment like that can be a bitch. I guess I'm not going to sit here and pick Michigan to go undefeated. So if you're going to get got, it's probably going to be early in Norman. 2017, 2019, something like that. But it wouldn't surprise me if we win the game 22-19 or something like that. I'll go 1-1 here.
Yeah, it really matters what. Whoa, what you got going on back there? I heard. I don't know. I heard loud music for a second, but maybe that's my wife in the other room. Who knows?
I was about to say, you got me seeing ghosts.
My wife's Colombian, man. They play the shit out of some loud music, man. I tell you, you be asleep, your walls will be fucking shaking, and it's normal for them. They will blast the shit out of some music, and I'm just like, we really got to do this at 4 a.m?
Time to sleep.
I love music too, but god damn, it sounds like a nightclub, honey. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of faith. I don't have a lot of faith with the Oklahoma play this year. I think they're kind of a team that's all over the place. But I just think
that's my handicap too. It's more of a handicap of going to Norman, because I don't even know. I mean, I know you guys on the Oklahoma preview said that the defense was going to be nasty, but if it's smash, is their D line going to stifle the O line? Do you think the D line is that good?
I mean, I think it's a really good defense, man, and defensive line and defense. Like, in general, I would have it as like a top 15 defense. Even last year, I thought that it was a lot like Michigan's. Like last year, the offense was the one that was killing it. I was like, man, the defense keeps putting him in position to win the game. If the offense could just move, they're kind of mirror images in a way last season, like in that capacity. So I'm going to say 1-1. Then you come out of that and you got the Stallions game.
There we go.
You know what you guys should do?
Connor Stallions flip the coin before the game.
No. You guys should have John. Is it John? Why do I want to say John McClain? McElwain.
Jim McElwain.
John McElwain is a fucking diehard. John McClain, I'm saying. Jim McElwain, you should put him decked out in Michigan gear on your sidelines with the fake mustache.
Yeah, and the shades.
One up them, man. So how the fuck this game get on the schedule? How did it really happen? Right, open up your third eye. All right.
Right. Man, when those pictures first came out with Stallions on that
shit was
side,
great.
I'm like, there's no way.
And then you compare the faces, you're like, damn, it looks a lot like him.
I started deleting tweets. I'm like, shit.
Yeah. I think that's official to say. But I look, for Central Michigan, I get it. You want to hire some guy, throw him on the sidelines, dress him up like he's in fucking Sabotage Beastie Boys video, whatever. All right. 2-1 win. All right. Now is where, to me, it gets very hard. for me to because this is a game. I'm high on Nebraska this year. A lot of people are giving Nebraska hype, so that's
a little scary there.
A little scary. I have a lot of questions about Nebraska's defense, but
rightfully so.
I think Nebraska's offense is going to fly a little bit this year. But Michigan's strength is their defense.
Exactly.
So really, once again, it's going to come down to a freshman quarterback on the road in an absolutely lit environment.
Yeah.
Oh man, and Raiola has, I don't know that he definitely shows flashes of being really good, but I don't know that he's on an elite level yet.
He's kind of you talked about 5 stars not being 5 stars earlier in the episode. He's kind of in that vein to me. He's shown flashes of being elite. He's shown flashes of being able to go through a 1-2-3 read, get the ball out, but then he makes the boneheaded hit the middle linebacker between the eyes for a pick 6 type shit. A lot of people are saying that he's, taking steps this year. I've really looked into this game.
Well, the reason I like it is I didn't like Marcus Satterfield as an OC. So when Raiola first went there, I didn't like it. Now, when they fired him and brought in Dana Holgorsen in early November, I was like, man, okay, then now I can get behind. Like Holgorsen's he's gonna simplify the game for him, and I think he'll really grow within that system. The question is how from? Dana Holgorsen?
Yeah.
Well, he was the head coach at West Virginia and Houston before, but he was a Mike Leach guy way back in the day. Played wide receiver for Mike Leach at Iowa Wesleyan, and then was on his staffs like at Texas Tech and shit. When they could very offensive friendly. Yeah. That to me is the one. I don't know, man. I think I'm in the same vein. Like I feel a little bit better about Nebraska than I do Oklahoma. Because I think Nebraska, yeah. So I have this as a second loss, even though if Underwood comes out, and like how fast can he learn about being on the road?
Right.
If he looks great in that Oklahoma game, I might reassess and say, okay.
No. I think I leaned Oklahoma more. They had Jaden Ott coming in, and that's going to help Mateer, kind of settle in.
And no Sherrone Moore. Good point, Blue Wolverine.
Yeah, no Sherrone Moore for this game.
So it's Poggi? Is this Poggi?
There's Poggi time.
Fuck, I can't fade Poggi.
He's got the block in with the cutoff sleeves.
It's my guy. I can't fade him. I got to though. I got to right now until they announce that at least. So I got it 2-2, but I don't. Like I said, I feel like this is more losable than the Oklahoma game. Like I feel stronger about Nebraska winning it than Oklahoma.
Really? Do you trust Raiola more than you do Mateer?
I do because Mateer hasn't played it at that level. Whereas like Raiola, I'm expecting he had all off season in Holgorsen's offense. Okay. So I'm expecting that to take a step forward. Whereas Mateer, I'm like, we'll see if this will work at a step forward. So,
this is where I think Bryce takes his loss at Oklahoma and he turns around and he's Oklahoma and Nebraska are going to be close to the same intensity, going to be bumping. Nebraska fans are rowdy. I think Michigan pulls this one out. I'm going to go 3-1 here.
There we go. All right. Then after that, bye week. Shout out to the great Dan Deerdorf, Michigan legend.
Yes. Look at that face, man.
Oh, yeah. He'll put you on your ass. Even now, he's like fucking 90. He probably still do the same.
He's still 6'5", 320.
Love me some Dan Deerdorf. They come out of the bye, and Luke Fickell, Wisconsin, are coming to town. I like to give myself credit here because I was one of the only people that says I don't think Fickell's going to work at Wisconsin. I didn't like the hire. Didn't think it was going to work, and I still don't think it's going to work. So Michigan 3-2. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Michigan wins. Wisconsin tries to play Michigan ball with less talented kids, so I'm gonna go Michigan. And I do give you credit for the Luke Fickell thing. I was on the other side of thinking that Luke Fickell. I mean, it's kind of a big name for Wisconsin, but it just hasn't worked at all.
Dude, you know what it was? You know what it was for me was that ECU's in the AAC. Cincinnati was there, but like, and now they had Marcus Freeman and stuff, and Marcus Freeman looks fantastic as a head coach so far, but they just weren't like those terrible Scotty Montgomery teams at ECU. They were fucking terrible football teams. Like they could not tackle. They couldn't do much right. Yeah. And I still was like, man, when Cincinnati would play us, Cincinnati would win, but they win by like 6. And I was like, how the fuck are they like? They didn't like. If that was Chris Peterson's Boise team, they would have beat us by 70. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I had red flags about that. I was like, man, I get it. He got them to where they went to, but at the same time, like, I just thought there was enough there that I just couldn't get behind it.
He had that NFL quarterback too, right? Fickle did at Cincinnati.
Yeah, Desmond Ridder. Yeah. But yeah, no, of course, and having Marcus Freeman and a great staff does help as well. Though Freeman obviously didn't make, he left for Notre Dame before he even took the Wisconsin job. After this, Michigan goes to LA.
This fucking game. This is the one.
Man, this is a game.
For the Big Ten schedule, this is the one I have circled that, as a Michigan fan, sucks. You want to go cross country to go play in that Coliseum. I think USC is going to be playing with their hair on fire. I think they're motivated this year.
I'm kind of high on them this year too, man. Like this is
Can they bang in the trenches with us though? Because that's like, if you're going to talk about a kryptonite with
Lincoln Riley is
they
got tougher last year though. They got tougher last year, but they didn't get all the way tough. And you wonder in year 2 of D'Anton Lynn's defense, and remember they got Rex Ryan's brother Rob Ryan on that defense now, his staff on the defensive staff.
Didn't they lose that D tackle? Wasn't he that? Was it Barry Alexander?
Yeah, he's at Oregon now. He's at Oregon. Yeah,
I mean that's a big beefy D tackle that they're losing.
Oh man,
it's just a bad road spot with a motivated Lincoln Riley. That's kind of where I'm at this point.
Yeah, I think I mean I don't feel. The best thing about the schedule, I guess you could say, is there's no automatic loss.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all of these games, you're sitting there saying, I don't know, man. I think like if you're telling me right now blindly without seeing anybody, I would lean USC, but not by, I don't feel that strong about it. Out of the 3 right now, I think I feel strongest about Nebraska.
Really?
I don't know. USC could be too. That's a far trip, but I feel like that when you go to LA, it's like a spotlight game, so your players get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that you're as high on Nebraska as you are. I think the Oklahoma spot and this spot's harder than the Nebraska spot to me.
Well, I'm high on USC and I'm high on Nebraska. Oklahoma to me is a true fucking mystery team.
Yeah.
Right. I think USC is in contention for the Big Ten championship. I think Nebraska has a great schedule to put them in contention. I don't think that. Do I think Nebraska is as good as USC? No, I don't. But I just think the way the schedule shakes out,
kind of where they catch us week 4
and where they catch you, I think is a big deal. If you told me that Nebraska game was week 10, I think I'd probably take Michigan.
Okay. Or these 2 games flip flopped.
Yeah, I think I'd be a little bit closer to thinking that, especially when Underwood played good. So, I'm going to say 3 losses here, man. Not that I feel great about it. Actually, you know what? Since I've done 3 games that kind of give me the same feel, I'll say you get 1 here. So how about that?
I was about to say you got us 0-3 on the road.
Yeah. I mean that normally happens with the freshman quarterback, but
he's the freshman quarterback.
Though. I understand, but I'm just saying, he ain't Broadway Joe yet, motherfucker, right? So, but
I don't have us as a Big Ten loss yet. I don't think. If we were gonna have one, it would be here. I'm gonna be bullish, man. I'm wearing the Michigan shit. We go into LA and come out with a win. Lincoln Riley's pussy offense. I think we bang in the trenches, and Bryce Underwood does enough to get it done. One loss still.
All right, I'm at 2. I'm giving you this one because it is like 3 50 games. You're bound to catch one of those, right?
Yeah,
you're bound to
right.
get.
I agree. That's why I went that way on Oklahoma, because I didn't want to do it at USC. This game fucking scares me.
Yeah, this is another one, Washington, that I think is kind of being slept on in the Big Ten this year. That offense might be pretty damn good, but I'm taking Michigan, man. I don't like when these West Coast teams have to go all the way out there. I think much like probably why I should have took USC in the last game, but I'll take Michigan to get this thing done. But I will tell you this: if you beat USC and you're feeling great about yourself, Washington is capable of beating you.
Jed Fish is known for coming in and wrecking the party. It does scare me. I think last year losing to them too kind of turns into a motivating factor for Sherrone Moore. Sherrone Moore is known to, get the guys up. They got to come to our place. I like Jed Fish, but I'm going blue here.
All right. So then, yeah. Michigan heading to Sparty Stadium to take on Jonathan Smith and Aiden Childs in Michigan State. That was another high recruit, by the way, Aiden Childs.
This is the game that should have went to Germany, so we don't have to go to East Lansing.
How about no college football games in Germany? No look, one of my best friends is from Hamburg, Germany. They don't care about college football. This is a dumb idea.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm calling for an upset though. Jonathan Smith's going to turn this thing around, man. I think he's too good of a football coach. So I gave you USC. Here's my upset of the season. Michigan State gets it done. 3rd loss.
I'll tell you what, that 9 out of 10 earlier in the episode, that'll go down to about a 7 if you lose this game.
You're talking about Sherrone Moore's job security, right?
Yeah, and the vibes of the season was 9 out of 10. If you lose this game, yeah, I agree with Blue Wolverine. Don't sleep on it. They played us tough last year. We didn't have anybody that could throw the ball, but you got to go take care of business here. They're a roster full of 3 stars. I know they've beat us with roster full of 3 stars before, but you guys, you're big brother here. You're big brother. You have to go into East Lansing. If you want to be a team that's going to do anything, you have to go win this game. You have to win, Michigan.
There we go. All right. Then you come out of that and you got Purdue and Barry Odom. Shout out to Barry Odom. He was on our show last year. I don't know. I couldn't believe he took the job. I understand it's like $35 million or whatever his contract was, but I just thought if he waits at UNLV one more year,
yeah, you get a better job.
You could be Florida's head coach. You could be I'm like, you took Purdue? Okay. Win for Michigan.
Whatever the number here is,
yeah.
I might take
Tempted to lay it, right?
They're a bottom. If you're just talking P4 teams roster wise, this is a bottom 3, 5. 5's probably being generous team.
Yeah.
They're going to be. I know they're rebuilding, but that is not a good Purdue team at all.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Blowout city. Then you get a bye week. Jim Harbaugh.
Look at him.
Michigan, great. Then you come out of that. This game is ridiculous, by the way. So I love a good football game at a baseball stadium because it's the whole history of the sport, basically. And I love Wrigley Field. But Northwestern plays Lakeside at this makeshift stadium while they redo Ryan Field to make it look like a MLS stadium. But dude, that's their advantage. Ohio State had to play Lakeside, or who was it?
Yeah, no, it was Ohio State in that monsoon.
They're so dumb. Your advantage would be that you wouldn't be able to throw the ball. So that's going to keep you in the game. Instead, they're like, let's go to Wrigley, because guess what's going to happen? This is going to be a Michigan home game.
Yep.
This is going to be a Michigan home game.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how dumb they are because like your
CJ
best
Stroud was
chance
on the
of beating
sideline.
them-
Go ahead.
What's that? What'd you say?
CJ Stroud was on the sideline that game when it was like 60 degrees. He's like, what the fuck am I doing? What do we do? We can't run our spread out offense right now.
Why would you not lean into that? Being like, hey,
I know.
Michigan just won the national championship. If our best chance of beating them, and get this, that stadium seats like a cool 90, right? So like, you're not letting in Big Blue Nation, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they're so dumb putting this at Wrigley.
This is a destination site for Michigan fans to go see a game at Wrigley Field. Not smart, Northwest.
So stupid. This is gonna be 90-10. 90% Michigan fans, 10% Northwestern fans.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Easy win.
Easy. Yep.
You come out of that in this game. First off, is Mike Locksley coaching by now? They have a new athletic director. So that makes me very weary on thinking that normally your athletic directors like their own guy, unless you're at a place that the coach is just like a legend.
That's what I was going to say. I'm surprised he's kept his job this long.
There's a shot he's not even coaching this game, but I'll take Michigan. Bird Stadium, that shit ain't lit. Another win.
Yes, win.
It is always sneaky though, because you got the Ohio State game on deck, right? So it's always like, okay, I feel like the game is a little closer than you think. I'll probably take Maryland in the points, but
this game this might be a 80%, 90% just run the ball because we've been planning for this game all week.
Oh yeah, Ohio State, Michigan, the game, the big house, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Oh man. I'm at the point. Ohio State's got to prove it to me. I'm all over Michigan here. They got to prove it to me. Ohio State's got a lot of question marks. I know they're all good football players, but there's a lot of question marks. I know they'll by this point they've probably answered a good amount of those question marks, but I don't give a shit. You have to show me that you're physically good enough.
Yep.
Because I think it's psychological and like you just have to prove it. It was the opposite, 5 years ago or whatever, right?
Yep.
When I was like, Michigan's got to prove it to me. They just got to prove it to me.
They had to prove it to themselves, man. I mean, they got bitched around since 2000 to 2019, they had 2 wins or something like that. 3 wins with a vacated win or whatever.
Yeah. I still say that was a first down though in that one play, but
no,
the overtime.
JT was short.
You think so?
Dude, the lineman's ass is on the first.
Oh, no. I'm with you. I'm thinking he's short. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought Michigan should have gotten that. I fucked that up. The way I phrased it.
The lineman's ass is at the yard to get marker.
I'm with you.
It's the ass, and you fall backwards.
Sorry, I got that fucked up. But I was screaming saying, no, I thought Michigan should have won the game. Is my point.
I broke a phone.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Pull the Stallions? Did you throw it into a pond?
Against the wall, and the wife was not happy. Had to fix that.
Just chalk it up.
It was the next play is what pissed me off. It was untouched on that pitch down low. Curtis Samuel scores ball game, but growing up, I mean, I think that's why these last 4 years have been so sweet to a bunch of Michigan fans. Because if you're not over 40 years old, you don't remember winning. You remember getting your teeth knocked in for years. I mean, CJ Stroud, JT Barrett, Justin Fields. I mean, you keep going back. Braxton Miller,
Troy Smith,
and those Michigan teams were good when Troy Smith was around, and you just kept losing. And Michigan wins. I mean, Ohio State has to show up and prove to me that they can beat us in the trenches. You're not going to beat us throwing the ball, or you will, but you have to prove that you can run the ball. You're not just going to air it out on us. We will stop that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. At this point, you got to show me. You got to show me. It's almost like it's the same reason why I can't take Penn State against Ohio State.
Oh, agreed.
I got in an argument with Mac about this. He's like, Penn State's going to get him. I'm like, hey, you got to show me, man. And too many times, that one's even worse, in my opinion, because Penn State has had like double-digit leads in the fourth quarter or late third and just blown it. But look, Ohio State's got to prove it to me. Michigan win. So I got them 9-3. And if they're 9-3, there's a strong shot they can make the playoffs.
What do I have them 11-1?
Oh, you do. The freshman quarterback jinx over, right?
It's Bryce Underwood, man. It's not just that. I keep telling you.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna text it when I see him scorch Nebraska or New Mexico week 1. I might have to text you, but yeah. So I guess I'm on the under here. I thought I was gonna be on the over. 9.5 wins is the total. The win total out there right now. Plus 1,000 to win the Big Ten. Plus 220 to make the CFP. See, there is a world where like I hit the under and they still make the CFP. So is the CFP bet the best bet on the board, Cody?
Probably. I mean, I think with some help, 9-3, you can get into the playoffs. I think the juiciest one to me is 1,000 to win the Big Ten, because there's a world, like you said, our schedule is favorable enough to where if you only drop one of those two USC Nebraska games, and then you win at the end of the year, you're at least playing for the Big Ten championship. Now, whoever you draw is whoever you draw, Oregon or Penn State.
You're also plus 3,500 to win the national championship. I thought I put that on there, but I guess I deleted that one somehow.
There's a world where that happens, but I think we're a year away from really being in contention to do something like that. Would you agree?
Yeah, like I said, it's just a freshman quarterback thing. It's not a Michigan thing. Like I just think like if anytime you have a freshman quarterback, I'm a little bit weary. Even though he is a 5-star. Now, I do want to mention this because in your scenario, let me just load this up real quick. But to make the conference championship game on DK, they offer this the plus 400 to make the game, just to make the game. They don't even have to win it. So plus 400 out there, folks, to get to the Big Ten championship game. So Blue Wolverine, Oregon had Evan Stewart, their best offensive weapon, is out for the season. Or 5-star wideout. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel very comfortable on because like I said, you look at the schedule from a bird's eye point of view, there is no automatic loss to me. Most teams, when you do this, even like Texas to me, because Texas has to play like at Georgia. And you're like, man, Georgia swept them last year. I kind of have that as like an automatic loss on your schedule.
Yeah.
I can't say 100% because we're counting on teams that have kind of been unproven over the past couple of years, Nebraska and Oklahoma.
Right.
And even SC to a certain extent. I don't think there is a clear-cut loss out there for you. But I just feel like the road spots are a little tricky this year, though, man. I will say that. Short of the Maryland game, the road spots, because, I mean, you basically – will Michigan have half that crowd at the Maryland game? Because that basically sets you up with, like, not even – because you're going to have the crowd at Wrigley week 12. You might not even have a real road game after week 9. That's pretty nice.
I mean, I don't think Maryland, by week 13, I don't think Maryland's showing up to College Park because they're not going to be playing for anything. And like you said, Mike Locksley might just not be there, waiting on the off season, which is understandable. We're going to have it at Wrigley. Oklahoma is going to have it, but Michigan fans are going to show up to Oklahoma. It's not going to be, 60-40. You might have 30% of the crowd, but we're going to show up. It's week 4 for me. It's week 4 and week 7. I mean, I guess week 9 if the rivalry and whatever. But I anticipate beating up on Sparty. It's week 4 and week 7.
So we do this for every team, all 136 teams, if in the chat. And one of the things we always do is what is the ceiling and what is the floor? The ceiling, when I say no team is like a for sure loss, I guess the ceiling, like I almost think with a freshman quarterback, you got to give him one road loss.
That's right? why I got it out of the way with Oklahoma.
Okay. So to me, your ceiling is 11-1.
Sure.
Let me ask you this though. What's the floor then? Because if he does struggle on the road at Oklahoma, at Nebraska, and at USC, That
4, 7.
4?
I mean, the absolute floor could be 7-5.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
Oklahoma, Nebraska, USC, Ohio State, and either, I mean, week 8 or
Washington,
week
Michigan
9,
State. Yeah.
one of
yeah.
those two.
Yeah.
But I think
But
8
that's
and
if
4 is
everything goes wrong. That's
right.
if like
That's
his confidence is shaky after the Oklahoma game or something. You go with Garcia or Keene or something.
or Bryce gets hurt. Then that's
Well,
always
yeah,
out there too.
yeah,
If
yeah.
Bryce goes down, Jake Garcia is at the wheel.
Yeah. I'm on the under. I don't feel very good about it. You're on the over. You do feel very good about it. So get out there and follow Cody Fraser, Michigan fans, or someone that just wants to make money. Appreciate you hopping on the show, man.
Of course, man. I'll come on anytime you need me. Shout out Moneyline Mac too. He'll be back. Chat. I seen some people asking about him.
Yeah, there we go. So look, folks. First, give Cody Fraser a follow. Are you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
at CFrage15. That's how I found you.
Glad I did my homework. Glad I did my fucking homework. C Fraser 15. Is that what you said?
CFrage15.
C Frage says, yeah, okay. Cut it off at the Z. Put the 15 after that. Give him a follow. Cody's the man. And looking forward to seeing you again in Vegas, man. But
yes, sir.
Also, folks, I'm on Twitter, TheCovid. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And do not forget, oh man, tomorrow we got a slew of shows we're doing, and it starts with America's team, the North Texas Mean Green.
There we go.
Yeah, North Texas, but we will be talking USC. USC Trojans will be tomorrow. We're almost through this 136, man. We're in like the 110s or some shit like that. So North Texas, USC, Wake Forest, and Virginia Tech. We're trying to get all 4 of those done tomorrow. So buckle up.
If Matt needs you to fill in again, I'll fill in for you.
All right, there we go, man. Let's go, folks.
Shout out to Ryan. The twins are great. Thank you, buddy.
Oh yeah, man. That's another thing, man. Thanks for having the time to. Shout out to Cody because he's got. How old are your twins?
Almost 8 months. Wherever my phone is.
Oh man, so that sleep schedule, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right.
No sleep. There ain't very much sleep. You see these bags, man?
Yeah. I look. My guys had like 18 months. And I for a minute there, I was convinced I was turning into Jeff Van Gundy. I thought for sure. I was like, dude, my hairline's receding. My eyes are fucking getting all like blue underneath my fucking eyes. So I was like, I was just having terrible nightmares of like, am I turning into Jeff Van Gundy? I had told my wife, she's Colombian. She had no idea who the fuck Jeff Van Gundy was. But I was like, honey, I'm turning into Van Gundy. I don't like this.
Which one?
Oh man, folks, this is the College Football Experience. We appreciate you tuning in. Go check out all of our other episodes, and we'll be back tomorrow with those 4 teams we mentioned. I put together a nice slideshow honoring the history of Michigan football on the way out. Let's go. Till next time, this is the College Football Experience, Michigan Wolverines style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 107. Michigan.
Appreciate you.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart my body and soul, or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun my body and soul, or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo my body and soul, or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks, largely because leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my 2 ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged and bored stiff. So arrange the pieces to appear cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift.
It's like
impossible to outrun. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles tape. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still outrun the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the hair. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause the season goal moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. My body and soul are nothing without truth. And